There you go. No sound, got the sound. Magician is back. I knew I was going to do that. I muted it earlier, but I appreciate that. The Magician is back. This is our first video since I've released my build video. I hope you guys like that. Cut line is 19 under for the safe spot today. 18 under is where it currently lies, but I think it's probably going to finish around 19 under. So we are back. I got the chat up for YouTube. I got the chat up for Twitch. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. We'll see how it goes here. This looks like a... Did the graphics get better? This course looks pristine. So we shall see. Looks like we got some wind. Just because we're back to the Magician does not mean the rules don't apply. Fairways, greens. If the hole is under 400 yards, we are going to play to the 100-yard mark. That's what works best for this strategy. All right, let's find a fairway right off the gate. Little perfect, slight open, but fairway is there. What's going on, Clunker? Sorry I was away last week. You guys know I had to get a little bit of that warm weather. So don't hate me, but I had to get a little bit of that warm weather last week. So I took off. Slight push, but right at it. Oh, that's going to be off the green. Wow, just a smidge there. Just a smidge. That's okay. It's a par 5, though. Just a smidge more to the right, though. We are putting for eag. Shall we start ourselves with a nice little birdie? I think we shall. Let's go. 1 under through 1. Exactly what we like to see. All right. It's like 8. Those are going to counter each other. Ooh, big push there. Yeah, I do not like this. Okay, there we go. Big push there. We're going to have to get up and down. First real up and down tester here. I think we're going to have to pitch it. Just need to make sure we get up there. I'll go in. Ooh, tough cut line again this week. About to hop on and do your rounds. Good luck. Yeah, 19 under. It seems to be like the going trend these days. Good par save from that spot, though. That was a no bueno spot. That was a no bueno spot. But we're 1 under. We got to get 18 more in the next 2 rounds. So, all right. Here's the rules. Yes, I can get up there. But we don't want to. So we're going to hit to the 260 mark. Leave ourselves a little wedge in. Gone back to Powerhouse and loving it. Hey, there is no, just because I rank them in a certain order, whatever works for you is all that really matters. I'm glad that you found something that works for you, and that's what it's all about. We got 6 up. So 90. 95. There we go. Keep it just right of that flag. There we go. Oof, man. Almost a little too much spin there. There we go. Come on now. That's 2. That's 2. That's 2. We got 17 more to go. Ooh, little pull. Plenty of fairway to work with, though. Trying to hit more choke shots here. But the wind worked that one on in. Ooh, come on. Give us another one. Give us another one here. Let's go. Come on now. That's 3 out of 4 to start the day. 3 out of 4 to start the day. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like this is like out of bounds, which I don't really want to do. So what's our rule? Hit it to the 227 mark. And then we will be off and running. Oh no. Alright, we got over it. Find the fat part of the fairway. Alright, so we are just 898. Can't go back on that. So I need to get it to there. This would be a little long. Just a touch long. Should come off this hill though. This course does look nice. Just gotta make sure I don't send this one off the green, to be honest. Break hard. Oh! Yeah, I definitely didn't want to send that one that long. In between clubs there, I've been trying to lean towards the choke shots a little bit more. Try to get that extra consistency. But we'll be fine. 4-iron, downwind. Try to get a little draw off this. Slight open is not going to be okay because I'm going to be on the top shelf now. Man. There's not much. It looks like just consistent movement. Slightly downhill. This really is, if it goes in, great. If it doesn't go in, that's fine too. As long as it stays somewhere within a 2-putt range, which is all we're trying to do in those situations. Gotta hit a better approach shot there. That's for sure. Gotta hit a better approach shot. There it is. That's the one. Let's go. Alright, let's get an eag here. Down 7. It's 193. Probably, with that win, probably like 189. I want to land it like 5 short so it has a little rollback. Should be a really good number. I'm just leaving everything just a touch open right now. Such a good number, too. Now we're going to be chipping downhill. All right. Give us a look at bird. We got to be capitalizing on these ones. There we go. Come on. We're right back. We're right back with it. This course looks, I don't know if like the graphics got a little buff, or this course is just like the perfect lighting, but it looks real good. Like the quality looks really good. All right. We're just slightly open on all of these. This 5 degrees open. I just gotta tweak it a touch. Another tough putt. Stay. Don't do it. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh! I took that back to the same exact spot that I just took that last one, and that one was an underswing and the other one was an overswing. That's not a good bogue. Not a good bogue. I got my Florida swing still. Did. Alright. Alright, we got saved there. I'm just pushing too far to the right. I don't think we're gonna be able to get all the way there. Can't get all the way there, so fall back. There it is. There it is. Push more towards the target. That's pretty much it. Stay, stay, stay. Ugh. Can't be giving ourselves these sidewinders. It's not gonna. All right, 3 under through 9. Not the worst, not the best. Not the worst, not the best. What's going on? Did you get my did I get my clubs to Tiger's Eye yet? I have not. It is extremely difficult to level your clubs up in this game. And I have gotten one set to the amber level, my irons, but nothing else has gone higher than that. We just got to hit a little closer to these flags. These 25-foot putts, you know, you're not going to make a ton of these. Really not going to make a ton of these. Another par 5. I just can't stop this 4% open. All right, here we go. Here we go. That is such an unlucky bounce. Jeez. I mean, that was ridiculous. I am definitely underplaying this wind. I am underplaying this wind extremely. This is going to be a serious second round we're going to need here. Don't stay on this top shelf. Come on. Break hard. Break hard. I mean, I think I've only had like 30-foot putts right now. Outside of the first 4 holes when I went 3 under, and that's the difference. I went 3 under in 4 holes. I was hitting very close to the flag. Now I have not been inside 20 feet in 8 holes, 7 holes now. The iron game is a little weak right now. A little weak sauce. This is like 180. Into this wind. Come on. We're getting closer. 16 feet. Nope. Swing path or contact? Swing path. I would rather have swing path. Getting the ball started on the right line is, in my opinion, more important. We're hitting a lot of fairways. We're definitely hitting a lot of fairways here. I just am... The 3% opens. I've been between 3 to 6% open on the contact this round. And because of that, I have to hit long ones. Let's go. 4 under. Man. I'm definitely leaving some serious shots on the table here. Just gonna play for this little push that I got here. Did we finally make it inside 10 feet? No, we got 11 feet, of course. That's all right, though. Come on. Let's go. All right. We're making our way downtown, walking around, you know? We got to play with the swing we got. We're going to play for a little bit of a push on every shot. Just a little bit of a push. 18... 23, 84, 204. Hold it up, wind. That's the best shot I've hit today. Heck yeah, let's go. Inside 10 feet? 9 feet, we made it. Let's go. And then I pushed the putt. Oh! Oh, my Lanta. Down 10. 31. Oh, that's a big push. It's going to miss the green. Don't miss the green. All right, we got a lot of work to do in round 2. We're going to have to go 13 under. A lot of easy birds in this round that I did not capitalize on. Including a couple par 5s. Kind of just been stuck in a log jam, but we're gonna get it. We're getting it there. 7. 60. 180. It's so freaking close, man. Look how close it is to the top of that freaking meter. And that's 4%. I mean, good lord. It is killing me. Absolutely killing me. It is a freaking sliver. It is a sliver away from the top perfect mark. Literally a sliver. And it's registering as 4%. God damn. Cross-platform societies. We already knew about that. We have some serious work. Some serious work here. What are we, 5 under? We need to get at least 13 under this round. Gonna have to just go and try to get some eagles. Option number 1 right here. $200. Come on, we need an eagle. Come on, we need an eagle. Let's go! Come on! That's how we have to start this round. Let's go! Can we go back to back? Good numbers here. Come on. We're getting hot. We like a little pressure. We like... Oh, that's not an eagle. That's a bird. We like a little pressure. There's 3. That's how we start. That is how we start. Mikey, which way are you leaning? Are you leaning towards the swing path or the contact? We need numbers here, so we're going for this one. Oh, yeah, we can chip this up. Wow, that just stopped dead. Let's go. We're hot. Come on now. We are hot. Have it on swing path, yeah. $12. 52. think we might have found a little something here. Ooh, yeah, let's go. All right, so the reason why I'm hitting perfects on this last one, I'm like, man, I am so close, but it's so just a little bit off. You can see there's like this spot right where I'll move it in here in a second, but there's like this little dimple on the ball. I'm just making sure that this little icon is right on this dimple, this one right here. And what it's doing is you can see it's turning the top bar. It's moving it a little bit more to the spot that I keep on pushing it. And that seems to be consistent. Obviously, it's a pretty far draw, but it's consistent right now. And we need scores, so we are going at all of these flags right now. We're gonna go for all of these flags. That's all right. Please stay. Don't do it. Oh my Lanta, you gotta be kidding me. Ah. Damn. Maybe I should have laid back. I just needed 2 more inches. So on this one, because the wind's so cross, if I hit that big draw, it's going to probably end up way down here. So I actually have to do the opposite on this one, just because we're in such a tough wind here. Come on, wind, bring it in. Bring it back. Ah, not enough club. Oh, no, 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 don't go down there. Don't go down there, don't go down there, don't go down there. It's a lot of tricky pins. A lot of tricky pins. That's what she said, yeah. Second round, time to get hot. We're working on it. We're definitely working on it. Come on. We got an opportunity here. Get 2 more. Ah, that's gonna go in the bunker. No! Chase back there. All right, we got an eagle chip, putt, chip, chip, putt, chip, chip, putt. One of these. What was that? My chipping's getting worse, which I didn't think was possible. Oh! Damn, that one's going to be costly. That's 2. 2 very costly pars. All right, wake up. Damn. Down 3 into about 12. 9 extra. 77. Man, yes. This is a tough course. I'm leaving a lot of strokes, my typical Jesse fashion, you know. Leaving a lot of shots on the table here. Okay. So all of these 3 beads here are moving to the right. If I was putting that putt again. And my ball, I hit a perfect. It was perfect. And the ball went left. I mean, we got to throw in a perfect round now. A perfect 9 holes. I mean, what am I supposed to do there? I read it perfectly. Everything was moving slightly to the right, and my ball went left. We can get 2 here, though. Ugh, damn it. That was a bad swing. I love finding bunkers. One of my favorite things to do. All right, we got to go 9 under through 9. I'm not going to say it's not possible. I'm hitting way too much curve. It's just tough wins like this. If you give me like a moderate wind, I need to work on my wind game, because you give me like medium winds or low winds, like I'm just fine. But when it gets up into this area, something about this wind level, I just can't put it together. Ugh. Something about this wind level, I don't know if I have to just go opposite of everything. 204. That's a good golf shot. That was a good golf shot right there. I mean, we're fighting for our lives here. Not actually, but maybe I just play one shot shape at all times. I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing, though. I mean, those are the ones you can't afford. Those are legit the ones I can't afford. The 6% opens. It cursed me in the first round, and it bears its head in these other rounds. Anyone got any suggestions on how to fix a 5% open that's actually like a centimeter away from the... It's not even a centimeter, it's like a freaking millimeter away from that little thing at the top. Literally a millimeter. It's got to be a millimeter away from there. Yeah. Turn the controller a little bit could be a solution. I mean... But the problem is, I did that at the start. I turned my controller a little bit, and what did it do? Now I started hitting pulls. Like, I'm hitting perfects now because it's just like, why not? Just because, like, hey, let's just torment you a little bit. Of course. See, there's the pull when I turn the controller right there. I guess a pull's much better than the open, because at least I know it's gonna still draw. Yeah, but I agree. It's like I'm just struggling with the wind. That's pretty much. But the problem is, like, when I do feel like I finally am adjusting for the wind properly, is when I hit the 4% open and then the ball doesn't go with the wind. There's a lot of things that account for in golf, I guess. Which we all knew that. I have tried that, but it doesn't work well for me. Andrew. Because my correction is so low that it Oh, I got more Galaxy Opal clubs. I already have got, like, let's we'll this is gonna be like a low wind round probably, and then I'm gonna be perfectly fine. No, it's kind of medium. So like when you do this, it's still slightly off-centered. I guess the open is more of a straight shot when you do this. Let's give it a go. I like Andrew's suggestion. Instead of playing the big draw, let's play the fade. It's pretty good. That was a good win for it, though. We had no issues with the first 4 holes. It was from 5 to 18 was where we ran into a lot of the troubles. The first 4 holes we absolutely crushed. Time and time again. See, that's when it's... I guess we just go opposite of the... We have to... We're going to just play this for a round. That was a good shot. Or at least we'll do 9 holes. Then I have a different strategy I'd like to try. Because we gotta keep messing around with it. I think I'm actually going to get demoted this week. So we're going to... See... I put it in the... It just makes my top miss even bigger. $47, jeez. That was a good swing. That's one way to hit it inside 5 feet. Let's go. Like I said, the first 4 holes are never the problem. This is a beautiful course too, by the way. Big fan of this course. That's actually pretty good. I'm just trying to push towards the target. That's my goal. Push towards that little icon. Let's go. Come on. We're figuring it out. Or are we? All right, now we're in the tough holes here. All right, so that's the miss right there. That 5 open. It's not terrible. That was 4% open, but I guess the 4% open is actually good, right? So like you got to think about a fade. Oh, that's a bad putt. A 4% open is okay because an open shot on a fade is actually just going to move it more in the fade direction rather than hitting that double cross that I hit, right? So when I hit the open with the double cross and the draw, it's just a block or a block fade, which puts me way away from the flag. Seven. If I could just put my ticker in that same freaking spot every time. Ah. Like, I don't know what... I gotta figure out what correction do I need to get my ticker at, like... It's in between, like, a 12 o'clock and a 1 o'clock. I gotta get it, like, right there. If I can get it right there, this swing's gonna be... This swing's money. But I can't figure out how to get it there. We're gonna have to run this one up. See, that's the one that we're afraid of when we do this, the double push. what we're going to try here is we're going to go the opposite of the wind. Well, this one's downwind, so if it's downwind, we can just hit our regular stock shot. What if we just go no shaping, stock shot? Perfect swing. Oh! Missed the putt, though. Come on. Alright, so now, since the wind is blowing to the left, we're going to touch it to the left. So that way we're hitting into the wind. And I hit a horrible swing right there. Maybe it's just no shaping. Like, I'm not allowed to shape the ball. Because when I don't shape the ball with the greenskeeper, I had no issues. We're working through it live on stream. This is it's going to turn into a therapy session soon of why can't we figure this out? Maybe that's just the move. You just play the push fade. Because if we know our miss, which is always going to be the push. I don't have any... Oh, I missed another putt. I don't have any issues when it comes to the swing path. The swing path I have locked in. Oh, I'm going to be stuck behind this tree. All right. I don't understand the putting. There's a lot I don't understand right now. Something about these last holes. All right, so we know we're going to push it. If we just play always to push it, we can hit it right at it. Expect a 2% push for me. A 2% push is like a perfect. And play to that threshold. And if you hit the perfect one, you're in trouble. It's a fickle game we play here. We definitely got to figure something out, though. Yeah, did you have more understanding before? I know there was no that's going in the bunker. Wow, right between them. I know there was no adjustments, but like gameplay adjustments. But I do feel like this this season has like, I don't know, I feel like they just I don't know if they do minor things behind the scenes, but it could just be I need to get all my clubs at Tiger's Eye. That's the one right there. That's the one. I'm expecting it to draw, and then I hit the big block to the right. The double push. Hmm. Wonder if I did this. Go back to an old swing thought from it's funny that even in a video game I have swing thoughts. I don't know about you guys. That's an old swing thought right there. Perfect underswing. It used to be what I used to think about in 2K23. Let's see if I can continue with that success. Perfect pull. It's not open though. $18. Alright. I fixed the contact. I'd have to give it a full, a full try here, though. Full demo. Let's play the fourth round. Look at that. Every single time the first 4 holes, I can just absolutely slay on this course. And then it just somehow just par city for me. I'm going to give this old swing thought. So the old swing thought is the hands don't go above the right shoulder. It's kind of like an underswing. You just always underswing everything if you can. This is a good wind to test this on too. So you never want to hit 100%. You always want to hit like a 98%, something like that. Perfects across the board. Oh my God. All right, so that was a perfect drive and a perfect iron shot. Let's see if we can continue. We need to get behind this flag, so we need to get to like 165. It's about 177. Add another 6. 183 is the number we're looking for here. But I don't want to. I want to get here. What did I say? 183. Slight underswing. All right. I said I want to go behind it. It was perfect on both the swing path and the contact. So it's just everything, like I move everything so it's not 100% swing. This is how I used to play 2K23 when I got pretty good. I've kind of abandoned it in this game, but driver's a little bit different because you need as much distance as you can get out of it. But when you're hitting those approach shots, when it's a lot tighter, is when it matters more. But as we say, the first 4 holes are never the problem. Never the problem in these first 4 holes. But let's see what it does when we get to the tougher holes. I usually have no issues driving the ball. As I say that, I'm going down a hill. There's a lot of wind. Not really much you can do in that spot. Can make this, though. That'd be pretty good. Nope, not going to break enough. All right, so now this is the fun part here, right? So we have a pretty good wind. Got a pretty good wind here. Perfects again. Is this the secret to my success? Is this what will change my drought? Oh, I pushed it. Damn. The 70% ones are the hardest ones. What's going on, Shooter Logic? Shooter. Slightly open there, though. Could you join me for some duos? This is actually going to be the last round I play for the night, so no duos tonight. My swing needs a lot of work here, so we're trying to work it out live on stream. Still hitting these opens. It's I don't know. It's just amazing at what 4% can do. I think I hit that spot more often than not. And I think the difference is in order to just want to be done with this hole. In order to resolve it, there's one solution, and I have to triple bogey this, apparently. Double bogey. I have to figure out how to get this into that spot. Like, the straight up and down just doesn't work for me. Alright, this is not helping. Can I get off this hole? This hole is never ending. No, that's not it either. We're definitely trying different things here. As you can see, none of it is really working for consistency. Let's go back to this. Maybe it's the control freak. Maybe I've outgrown the control freak. Can I get one good bounce into a fairway or something? That one was actually closed. Definitely straighter. Without the control freak, the controller feels so naked. No, it's getting worse. Way worse. Maybe I need the taller control freak. Hold on one sec. Alright, let's try this. Now I got the tall control freak on. Oh, we got perfect there. There we go, that's better. Alright. Let's play 5 holes with this taller one on, see if we run into the same issues that we had. A pull is better than the push, for sure. Okay. That was significantly better. Okay. All right. Oh, still got the same push. It just wants to come out. I think this is way worse. While I had that 4% consistent push, I never had the 8%. Nope, there it is. No matter which control freak you use, I will find a way to push it. Okay. Why would you smash it? It's all in good fun. Sometimes testing and finding new strategies and ways to get better is exactly the fun in this, right? So like getting good at the game takes time. when you get to a certain point, you gotta figure out ways to improve. And right now, you guys are watching me try multiple different things to try to improve, right? So, like, I know my weaknesses right now. And, it's not a big deal, because I know I'm trying. I really like this course. This is a great course to, Oh yeah, I'm not saying I'm bad at this game, but I want to be in the elite. I want to be in the elite range, and I've just been treading in the, I've just been treading in this division for way too long because I can't take it to the next level. Or at least I've just been in a little bit of a rut. I definitely think the Control Freak lower is the right one. Sweet, a skirt, some shorts. What I want to do is I want to check out my stats first off. First off, I want to check out my stats because I don't remember where I was before vacation of building my clubs up. And that could be the 4% miss, right? Realistically, that could be the 4% miss. Did I make TGC this week? I did not. Unfortunately, I did not. But we're working it out. We're working out the kinks. We did get cut. Alright, so let's see. Upgrade set. I mean, I'm at a 98. It's really not getting much better than that. I mean, it's really not getting much better than that. Hmm. What's the... I hit the most greens with this build here. Correction 59. Would it? Oh, I don't want to switch this. Is it correction though? the more you can shape it. Sorry, there's a lot going on in my head right now of what I'm trying to figure out. This is what I'm thinking. And be interested to see how this affects everything. I don't want to drop that down. Yeah, sure, we'll take down power a little bit. Yeah, I know we're going to be a little bit shorter in the clubs. Oh, I also never put any fittings on these. I wonder why this club was so terrible. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, it wasn't great. I don't want to waste fittings on clubs that aren't going to be there anymore. All right, so we put up my correction a little bit on all these clubs. Let's take this down here. Let's see if we boosted it slightly. If that will help out a lot. Let's play something hard. We know the elite is usually pretty difficult. Like I just wonder, because I hit it really well with a the magician, the greenskeeper, and the technician build. I hit a lot of perfect swings. I don't really want to drop too much in any other categories. But I'm interested to see, I boosted it up 8 points, 10 points. I boosted up 10 points. Let's see how much that helps. Nice, we got a pretty strong wind again. 3%. Okay, that's typical Jesse right there. 3%. All right, these are the ones where it matters, right? So like I'm on a sloping lie, so that affects this thing, this bias. With the higher rating, it should affect it less. That was just a bad swing. Alright. That was just a bad swing. It's a good test here. Still 3%. 3% is better than 6% though, am I right? In my opinion, 3% is better than 6%. Or 5%. Oh, there's the 6%. But the driver is not to the... It's mostly the irons that I'm looking at here. This is what I want to... Because the irons are the ones that are kitted out. Nope. Still 5%. This is what got me to go away from the Magician in the beginning. It's almost as if I need a worse correction. That almost went in. Like, what's the lowest correction I can get? Which is the Magician. We'll put it straight up and down. See, the straight up and down, it still end up in the same spot. There's just something about that spot. Wow, I can't believe I hit the perfect on that. I can't hit a perfect on a fairway shot, but I can hit a perfect out of that lie. We don't really care about putting. This is, oh, that's probably a miss. We're just focusing on trying to hit some good shots here. I need to do it on uneven lines. I can't do it in the training grounds because I need to mix and match and figure this out. I agree with you. My subconscious just wants, I can hit that swing path and then I go, the concern that I have, right, is if I go too far, which I'm still not going far enough. If I go too far, then I'm going to hit like a 7-degree closed, and then it's going to snap hook. Like, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to just flick it to the top. We got a perfect one there. All right. This correction, I can't tell if it's... What I'm doing here is I'm hitting my same swing path mark, but I'm just trying to finish it at 12 o'clock. Even though I know it's not a 12 o'clock marker. Closer. If I just think 12 o'clock the whole time. We have hit that perfect mark since trying this. Your suggestion might be onto something. So I feel like pulling it to 7 o'clock, finishing it at 12 o'clock, even though like it's not at 12 o'clock in my subconscious. But we are striping right now. I do think this correction has helped, though. We're hitting perfect at the top every time. That's the one right there. That's the one I'm afraid of. But honestly, that wasn't terrible. I think the wind was blowing left to right, but if I go too far like I just did, you can see how quickly it turns into a 7-degree closed. But I guess you got to think, right? Like, realistically, in the previous rounds, I was hitting every shot just slightly open. Every shot slightly open. Every shot slightly open, right? And then in this one, I played the majority of these holes as perfect swings. Except that one bad swing, which is going to happen. So if I'm playing the averages game of what we're looking for, like, score is irrelevant right now. I'm purely just, we're just playing. I mean, you guys are my swing coach. All right, let's get serious here, right? We got 6, 149. A little bit of wind. Back a touch. Now, while we fix the perfect at the top, we have consistently hit a slightly... a slightly push on the bottom. So it's like, what up, Clunk? Yeah, I really think it's... I still think it's the best archetype out there. Okay, what if... Alright, I want no shaping the rest of this round. We're missing it. A push is to the left. Because if we're actually going to do this, we need to, you know... No shaping. You like the new build? Are your clubs all the way at Tiger's Eye? I'm glad it's working out for you. I wish I could say the same, but my clubs are also not maxed out. Most of them are a mix mash of a lot of different things. Nice, yeah. My clubs are not Tiger's Eye. All right. Oh, cut back, cut back, cut back. Oh! Oof. Oof. I want to work on some iron shots. This is what the whole purpose of this is. What if we go this way? That's as straight as an arrow. My guides? No, they're still working. For the level of consistency, so like, my guides work to help people drastically improve, but for the level of consistency that I'm looking for to get to the second top tier league in TGC, you have to be on it at all times. So in order to do that, You really have to be dialed in, and that's what I'm trying to get to. Whoa, this music is extreme. Game show. I'm kind of liking this. I want to hit a straight ball as much as possible. Like, in all honesty, that's how my eyes work. With a touch of a fade. So I'm going back the opposite way, right? So I have a little bit higher of a correction. And I'm just straightening my ball flight out. It's pretty much all I've done here. So instead of going this way, I'm going back to what we were testing out a little bit earlier. It's just like a little push fade on everything. Which isn't terrible. Everything's just a little bit of a push. But that's an okay shot shape though. It's not a, oh, that's a fast. It's not a fade that starts left and then fades. It's just a fade that starts at the target and then just bleeds. I'm okay with that. I can play that consistently, right? What hole is this? Oh. Alright, let's give it a try. We're going to play the little bleeder fade. I don't know if the correction is... I think it's helping a little bit. I'd be interested if I dropped it, if I got it up to 70. Alright, we got a higher wind. This is a perfect test. So I do 2 touches there, puts it at a normal shot. It's going to start straight and then... Well, that's a bad swing. Damn it. Not how I wanted to start. Oh, now we got the 2-way miss. We still have a birdie putt somehow. Oh, birdie chip. All right, back to what we were doing here. Do I look for the same rhythm every shot? Yeah. So I have like the same rhythm every, like it's just the same flow. I pull it back at the same, I'm gonna turn this music off because it's distracting me right now. I have a feel like I pull it back the same time. See, that was that does not deserve a 4-foot putt here. The rhythm, I never have issues with rhythm, but I struggle with see, like straightening it out though is ruining my. I guess let's try to just pull it back straight. I mean, that's me pulling it back straight. And on 5 open. Yeah, let's go with the 2 iron here. Straighten it out. Let's go in the opposite direction. If I go too far. This course is way too bright. Like they have to fix, like it's okay if this course is going to be this bright, but they have to adjust like certain lighting and certain combos, they need to adjust the lines. Oh, that ain't gonna. We're trying it all here. If anybody's watching this for pure like, let's see how good he's playing, you're not watching. This video is not for that. We know this is the build for me. It's just finding the minor part of it that is going to take me to that next level. We shot 9 under. I feel like that's pretty good in the elite. What was the cut line in the elite this week? TGC Tours. Elite cut. Oh, 26. Okay. Let's see. There's just something about hitting like yeah, it's just right there. Like putting it in that spot for me is how I get perfect perfects. The controller in the hand, if slightly out, impacts big time. You talking about rhythm? How I hold the controller in my hand is what you're asking? Like, let's see if we can do it again. When I put it right here, I can hit a perfect perfect when I put it right there. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've ever since I first picked up this game, I've never had an issue with rhythm. So, I have a couple videos on rhythm timing. If you There's another one, perfect perfect like that. But the issue is if I do that, right? If I put it there, you see how big of a looping draw it is. So it's like I have 1 or 2 options. If I want to put it there every single time, I need to like get my shaping down to like negative. Not like actual like not actual negative, but so low so that way I don't have to worry about the ball. Because when you're hitting a loopy draw like this, it's very hard to predict everything. But I mean, I can hit this perfect perfect right here. Every time. But it's just too much of a draw. So I think I just need to take out shaping. Because the higher shaping, the more the ball will shape. right? So I have a 70 shaping, which isn't even that high, but you can see it's still... That was the normal miss. But that one wasn't terrible. But because I have such high shaping, it's starting off even further. Like, let's turn on, I actually am not going to be able to turn it on because of the difficulty level we're on here. Like, that's really good. I don't really care about putting. If I do more shaping, it's going to fade and draw even more. And to be honest, I don't really care for the shape. I just want my alignment right there. See, like, look, it starts way right and then draws way back in. It's really good for a wind that's off the left like that, but it's not really good for a wind like that's off the right. Putting isn't the problem. It's hitting closer to flags. But you guys can see every time I put it there, it's pretty good. That one's slight, I mean 2%. We can deal with a 2%er. I want to see. There it is again. Perfect at the top. I don't think it's gonna get there. Oh. Let's see. I would like to play this course again, but I'd have to, I gotta finish this round quickly and then. If I just take my shaping away. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting Is it the correction? I don't know. But I'm hitting these perfects, but it's way too loopy. Like, I can't play that way. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like the greenskeeper so much. Is because I was hitting so many perfects. Because I had to sacrifice so much shaping. Oh, that was a bad swing. Still a birdie putt. Still a birdie putt. Birdie miss. We're just going to take, for me, taking my shaping away is exactly what I need to do. And try to get this to stop being so loopy. 3 holes left, then we're going to change it, and then we're going to run it back. And you guys will see the difference. Trying to get through this quickly so I can do it. Because the more shaping, you just move it less. You have to move it less and it can shape even more. Which, I don't want any movement, really. Like a close shot at the top is okay because I want it to draw anyways. So like worst case scenario it draws. Best case scenario it still draws. We're gonna have to figure this putting out a different day though. A lot of easy gimmies just given away. This is the final hole. This is the final hole. Good. Oh, we almost made it. All right. Now the fun begins. Come on, let me get out of here. Ooh, got a bunch of fittings. Need some Evo tools. The menus need to be faster. They're very clunky. Very slow, very clunky. All right, let's see if we can eliminate. So where are we at? 79, 79. We're gonna reduce this all the way down as low as we can get it. 90 transition. 67. All right. We're going to have 99 recovery and pretty much no shaping. I know most people probably wouldn't do this, but oh well. This was 67. I think it was 44. It's 44. Balance those out. All right, so now I have essentially no shaping. We're going to keep the correction the same for now. And we're going to play that same round. We're going to put the ball in the same exact spot. And we're going to see what happens, you know? We're going to see what happens. See how less of a draw it is. And then we'll close out the stream. Oh my God, look at this wind. Perfect, perfect. You see how it just started on the target though? Way better. Obviously this wind is absolutely insane. But it's starting right at the target. It's exactly what I'm looking for. We just picked the craziest wind to play in. Just the craziest wind, but the ball is starting exactly where we're looking at. I don't know if anyone is can see that difference. It kind of looks like stormy. It's kind of like a cool little graphics here. It's kind of like a rainstorm. Just so many more perfects. I think we figured out exactly what we needed. This is par 5. I think I've only hit perfect so far. Oh, there's the first non-perfect. And it still did exactly what we were looking for. We found it, boys. Boys and gals, we found it. This is the most consistent perfects that I've had. And even that is a slight miss hit on a quick swing. I really do hate chipping in this game. Overswing. The question is, do I still need the correction though? This is way better. Way better. Love my videos. Don't get too many streams. I know you play quick, but can you break down your thought process in conditions like these from fairway to green? What calculations you're taking into account? Every shit. Yeah, we'll start on the next hole. I know this has been more of like a testing video, so I don't normally play this fast. But I am, it's turned into a testing video, that is. But these conditions are pretty gnarly, so to be honest, you're just gonna try to buckle in for a lot of these. Oh. Man, but conditions like this is real tough. So first thing you got to realize is if you look at the wind meter, it's that blue section is about 80% full. So you're looking at like 25-mile-an-hour winds here, which is about 30 yards of difference. So in this situation, the first thing you're going to look at, I always look at, is elevation first, right? So elevation is 45 feet down with the driver. You know, you're going to hit it pretty far. So you definitely need to account for that. So 45 feet down, you're probably going to hit it. You divide that by 3. So an extra 10, 5, 15 yards. So you're 15 down, so 440 or 294, it'll go 15 yards further. But in these windy conditions, you're hitting into about 30 yards. So you really just net that out first. So 15 feet down, 30-yard hurt, you're really about 15 yards of actual hurt. So your 294-yard driver is actually going to only go 280 yards. So that would put you in a rough spot like this where you really don't want to be down there. So in this situation, what I would do is I would hit a choke shot here to the edge of the fairway. And what that'll do is it'll pull you back a little bit. Hit a shot. Overswung there. But you see how it can put you in these bad situations. Obviously, you're in a bad situation now, so in this situation, only 1 foot down, so not an issue. No elevation, but you're hitting into about 25 to 30 miles an hour, and you're into the rough. So if you're in a rough, I always like to just do a basic quick one. It's just 1 club up for rough situation. And then into about 25, so you're really looking at a 200-yard shot, or 20 yards, 25 yards on top of 190. So slow it down for you. In the rough, club up 1. Simple solution there. I like that. It's about 10 extra yards usually, so it's usually that pretty simple. It also depends on your recovery, though. We're adding 25 for the wind, so we're looking at 200. So we're really looking at like a 210-yard shot here. We're kind of in between. Pull it back a little bit, and then you can just hit your shot. Off the lie, you know, I kicked it a little bit right, but you can see we are pin high there. Bad course design costs you making the cut. Yes, Ninny Muggins, you're spot on. So like my recovery is an 85. So I know at an 80 to an 85, the rough is going to offset the rough, a heavy rough, you really need about 10 yards. If your recovery is way lower, like a 60, you're going to need 2 clubs up to offset the rough. So like how I like to say it is like an 80 is 1 club, 70 would be like a 65, 70 would be 2 clubs, and then so on and so forth. In this situation, so start off with the elevation. 5 feet down, I like to round up. So it's really 2 yards down. So 6 feet divided by 3, 2 yards. So 129 is the flag. Now we zoom into the flag and we're looking at the wind now. It's not a direct wind behind us. You'll get about 80% of a 1-for-1 when the wind is behind you. So for example, in this situation, the wind has come down a little bit. It's about probably 22 miles per hour, which downwind 22 miles per hour is only going to help you about like 15 yards of help. So plus we're off of a cross, so you divide that in half to 8. So we were down 2 yards, and then I counted 8 additional yards of help. So now we're at 10 yards. So the pin was 131 minus 10 yards. You're looking for a 121-yard shot. Then you want to look at the green. Anything short is in a pretty good uphill spot. So we were looking at 121 yards. I'd like to be roughly about 2 or 3 yards short here, just in case there's some run out. So we're really looking at a 119-yard shot here. Obviously, I'm in between clubs, but I'll use a choked shot to get to that number. I'll pull it back a little bit because when you hit a choke shot, you are actually, accounting for a little bit less wind. And then we'll hit the shot. And then we're a couple boxes short. Didn't roll out as much as I thought, but this is in a good putting spot, 15 feet. I hope that helped. And how I play left to right wind, you can count the boxes if you want, but if you play the game enough, you'll eventually figure it out. For this situation, I like to just, the wind is very directly left to right. So if you aim on the left side of the fairway, the wind is going to pull it back into the fairway. So you can feel free to just rip it down the left side and then the wind will work it back to the middle. Same thing with the shot here. First thing is elevation. 83 yards is the pin. I'm really looking at this flag. You really want to be putting somewhere back here. So I'm going to say the pin is actually 85 yards because that's where I want to be putting the ball from. Up 14 feet, divide by 3, it's just about 5. So 90 yards is now the actual pin. The wind is a little bit help, but mostly left to right. So I'm not really going to account for any additional helping wind here. So I'm looking for a 90-yard shot, which 90-yard shot is right here. If I want to fly it to the flag, it's going to one hop and then stop. So I want to pull it back a little bit to account for that. And then lastly, we're going to aim a little bit to the left because the wind is going to pull it. And then you hit your shot. The wind pushes it, and you're right up next to it. I am going to close out stream here and go get some dinner. I will give you like a couple minutes if that is confusing. You have any follow-up questions. But I think this has been a lot of golf, and I hope that has helped out a little bit there. Yeah, anytime. And I stream on Wednesdays, so if I ever don't, if you ever have a question like that and I'm not live on stream, just throw it in the comments section. I get all the comments directly to my phone, so I will go in and provide you whatever resources or information or push you to a video that I've had to help you out. So I hope that helped, and I will catch you all later. Look at this perfect overswing. We're on one. Next week we will not miss the cut. Guaranteed. You heard it here first. Heard it here first. All right. Let's finish strong. Nice little shot here. Bam, bam. Perfect across the board again. We have finally figured it out. I just needed to get rid of all of my shaping. One last putt for the crowd. The crowd goes crazy. Bang! Let's go. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Appreciate you all.